What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We are coming off of a day that was so close to being a sweep. The only play that missed yesterday was our Kansas City Royals money line, which they got absolutely destroyed by the White Sox. Was a bad read on my part. They just got killed. Nothing really more I can say about that. We did hit every other play. We had the Yankees money line. We had Max Scherzer pitching outs. We had Miller over earned runs. Tanner Bibby under pitching outs. And then we had McGreevy over fantasy. All those cash. You can see this is one of the free slips we gave yesterday. McGreevy and Bibby. And it did cash us out. I also gave these plays for our underdog challenge last night. We cashed 3 of the 4 underdog slips that we played. So good day on underdog. Profited right at 3 units. Almost had the sweep. If Ranger Suarez could have got one more K last night, he would have swept the board for us, which is unlucky that he couldn't. He got pulled. He got lit up in that last inning, and this is what it is. But had Tanner Bibby and Noah Cameron cashes, AJ Wilson and DeGrom cashes, Tina Charles, Soriano, and Miller once again cashes. We had this pick over here on parlay play, 75 to win 160. Then we had Scherzer and Miller, which I gave for free as well, 100 to win 200 on yesterday's video. So not a terrible day. Had some Prizepicks slips that I wish would have went our way that didn't, but it is what it is. If you guys do want to get all of our plays, head on over to our WAP. Link to our WAP is down in the description. $25 a month or $10 a week. You can get every single play that we post. That's less than $1 a day if you guys do want to get in, and we'd love to have you guys a part of the community. I am going to pick a winner from yesterday's video to win a free month of VIP. If this video gets 200 likes, I'll pick another comment down below to win a free month. So make sure you guys drop a comment, leave a like. You do have to be subscribed to win, so make sure you guys are subbed. And let's go ahead and pick our winner. Winner is going to be for Appalled, who said loving the VIP. Well, Appalled, I'm glad you're in here, man. Glad you're loving it. You've been in here for a while. I do appreciate the love, support, the comments, everything, man. Send me a message on Discord, and I'll get you added for a free month. If you guys do want to get another free month, you can sign up for any partnered apps below: Chalkboard, Sleeper, Underdog, Parlay Play, Better, Novig, or Dabble. Any of those 7 apps get you a free month. Let me know if you sign up, and we will get you guys added for a free month. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and jump into this slate. Slate's not beautiful, man. I don't love it. I don't hate it. Money lines today, I don't really like. I guess I'll go ahead and talk about a couple money lines before we jump into player props. I like the Red Sox, but I don't love the Red Sox either. The Red Sox right now, we got a matchup between Giolito and Kyle Bradish. Bradish is coming off of an elbow injury. It's his first game of the season. Don't know how that's going to go. I'm assuming he's going to be limited. I'm assuming he's probably not going to come out here and have a super good game. I think the Red Sox could have a chance to light him up. I will say the Red Sox versus Bradish in the past have not been that good. 6-1, 5-2, 10-0, 7-1, and 5-1. So they have not hit very well off Kyle Bradish. That being said, coming off that injury, then it could be a completely different story for him. Red Sox have Giolito pitching. Giolito, 127 whip, 372 ERA. Not bad. Not an amazing pitcher in my personal opinion, but you can see based off of the small bit of data we have, it doesn't look like the Orioles have hit very much off of him either. 2-0, 6-2, and 2-0. Not much data to go by off of that there. Red Sox are sitting at minus 115 odds, so not a bad play in my opinion. I think Red Sox are definitely the better team, definitely got a better offense, and I think they come out here and get a win tonight versus the Orioles. You can look at public betting. 74% of bets and 75% of the money are on the Red Sox, which sometimes is a bad indicator. And right now it's minus 107 and plus 105 on Novig, so might be that's pretty good value here in my opinion. And I do think the Red Sox win this game. So that's one of my favorite money lines today. Not a lot that I like. Braves versus Marlins. I know I can't trust the Braves, to be honest with you, but I'm feeling good about the Braves today. I think the Yankees win again versus the Nationals, minus 168 odds. They do have Mackenzie Gore pitching against Jill, so I think Nationals have the slight pitcher advantage, but, it's the Yankees playing at home. Yankees offense is far superior to the Nationals, and the Yankees need these wins. Like I said in yesterday's video, Yankees won. I know they had over 10 runs, so whatever. I like this play for the Yankees as well if you guys do want to do the Yankees. Then I like the Blue Jays, man. Blue Jays versus Twins. This was a tough matchup. This one could go either way. Blue Jays are minus 150. You can come down here and look at the pitching matchup. Let's see here if I can find it. I know it's Chris Bassett and then Bailey Ober. Ober has pitched very, very, very well versus this Blue Jays offense. Now, that being said, I don't trust Bailey Ober. 5.05 ERA, just because he's pitched well in the past does not mean he's going to pitch well today. We can come look at him. A lot of data This Toronto team has struggled versus them. 17-3, 10-3, 4-0, 9-1, 5-1, 12-3, 9-1, 6-1, 14-3. If you did want to sprinkle money for the Twins money line, I wouldn't blame you at all, just based off of the pitching matchup. But Chris Bassett hasn't had a bad beat versus the Twins either. You can come down here and look at him. Not a whole lot of data. It's 3-0, 3-2, 3-3, 2-0, 2-0. So Wallner's hit pretty well off of him, but not really much data to go by on this one to make a super big assumption that he's going to get lit up tonight. I think Toronto has the better team. Toronto at home. It's hard for me to take the Twins in this spot. But, Bailey Ober's had a pretty good history versus this Toronto team. So I'm going to throw those up in the air if you guys do want to play them. Yankees, Blue Jays, and then Red Sox. If you want to risk it on the Braves, feel good against the Braves. Alcantara struggled this season. He had a good game his last game. I don't expect him to have another good game, but we'll see what happens, man. But I prefer the Red Sox, Yankees, and Blue Jays if I had to pick three of my favorites. But don't love some of these spots. Just throwing it out there. There's a couple of them that's coin flip, like Twins. I can see the Twins getting a win. I just think Toronto's the better team, and at home it's hard not to take Toronto. That being said, jumping into some of our player props for today. I know that was kind of a quick rundown of the games, but money lines today, don't love them. Picks for today for player props, I've got 5 of them. I've got 4 MLB, and I have 1 WNBA. I don't love this WNBA slate as well. Obviously, you can buy down some of these WNBA plays, and they're probably going to be good plays. But that being said, let's jump into our MLB plays to start the day. So the first one's going to be for our man Manaea. Taking Manaea over or under. Why is he not popping up? Okay, Mets pitcher. Taking him under 31.5 fantasy score. So this is a tough matchup versus the Phillies. Looking at his history, he's catched this line in 7 of his 10 games, catching the under. He's been under this game in 6 of 7 games this season. So he has 7 starts this season. He hooked the over 1 game and has been under every other game. 24-24 versus Washington and Seattle. Went under versus Cleveland. Some of these matchups have been tough. He barely went over versus the Angels. Versus the Phillies, man, this is a tough matchup. He's sitting at 1-2 on the season with a 5.16 ERA and a 1.12 WHIP. Is a pretty high strikeout pitcher, 11.05 strikeouts per 9 innings head-to-head versus the Phillies. Last 2 games he played last season, he had 40 and 46 fantasy score. So it is a tough matchup in terms of you can look at the Phillies. They strike out 26th in the league right now, which is 25% of the time. So they are striking out a lot, which could lead to a lot of fantasy scores. If you look at his strikeout line, it's sitting at 5.5. He had 8 and 7 his last 2 games. But I do think he gives up some runs. He's a 5.16 ERA. He's probably going to get lit up a little bit. They have to get the win. They have Luzardo pitching for the Phillies. I could see Luzardo getting a dub tonight. Luzardo versus the Mets, the one game this season, he gave up 0 runs. 9 Ks, so I can see the Phillies come get the win. This one's kind of coin flip in terms of who I think wins, but I do like this play for our man Manaea under 31.5 fantasy score. So you can lock it in on underdog. I think is where we took it at. See here. Yeah, under 31.5 fantasy. I don't know what it is on parlay play, but we can check real fast. So 27.5 on parlay play. I wouldn't take the under on parlay play, to be honest with you. That 4-point bump is different. I know the scoring slightly different. But anyways, I do like this play over or under 31.5 fantasy. We ended up pairing him with Hunter Brown at 4.5 Ks if you guys do want to play this one. So Ks. I just do that. Strikeouts, Hunter Brown. And then Hunter Brown's matchup today. Let me just type in Hunter Brown. It's probably going to be easier. So matchup today is versus Colorado. Obviously, we know Colorado is a high strikeout team. Colorado weak offense playing against Hunter Brown. Hunter Brown, obviously, one of the better pitchers in the league. He has struggled a little bit lately. I'm not going to lie. If you play this slip, you do have a 2.24x. We did lock it in on underdog already. If you guys do want to see, I'll pull the slip up. You guys can see $100 to win 224. And this is what we have if you guys do want to play. I'm not going to lock it in right this second because we already have it locked in on the other one. And this is for the underdog challenge right now. I'm on my, you can see $168 bankroll. So bankroll slightly small. We'll see if I want to risk it for a double up or not. But it is locked in 100 to win 224. If you guys do want to tell that slip. Jumping into the Hunter Brown pick. Let's go ahead and pull this up. Let's do some research on it real quick. Brown. For Houston, obviously the Houston Astros pitcher pitching at home tonight. Strikeout line sitting at 6.5. We're getting a 2-point discount on this. He's catched at 8 of his last 10 games, and he's catched at 76% of games on the season. He's averaging right at 7 strikeouts per game. Head-to-head, he's had 7 and 8. His last 2 games versus Colorado has 1 game this season. He had 8 strikeouts. Dude has a 2.36 ERA and 10.27 strikeouts per 9 inning on the average right now with a 101 whip. Phenomenal pitcher, man. He's had a couple bad beats these last few games for sure. His strikeout rate for Colorado is sitting at 29th on the season at 26%. And then 23% lately. So they're not striking out as much lately as they did at the start of the season, but I do expect them to at least give up 5 Ks to our man Hunter Brown, who is a very high strikeout pitcher. So that's all I have to say for that one. You guys already saw we had it locked in, and not much reasoning for 5 Ks. It's a very low discounted line for Hunter Brown. He could come out here and chalk it. Don't count him out. I ain't going to say he's 100% cash, but I really do like that play. Jumping into our third pick of the day, it's going to be for our man Misiorowski. So we're taking Jacob Misiorowski, the Brewers pitcher, and I'm going to be taking him over 4.5 strikeouts as well. Now, this is a play that you can get boosted right now on Parlay Play if you want to play it. He's cashed at 4 of his last 5 games, and he's cashed at 7 of his 9 games on the season. He's averaging right at 6 Ks, pitching versus Arizona tonight. He's at home versus Arizona. He's 4-2 on the season with a 4.19 ERA and 12.8 strikeouts per 9 innings. Dude is striking out all kinds of batters. He's averaging 76 pitches, so his pitch count's not going to be that high. We need him to get 5 kind of quick. Looking at Arizona, they strike out 26 in the league, man. 24% strikeout rate, which is more than Colorado as of lately. They are a good hitting team. They're probably going to come out here and try to get some hits on Misiorowski. Let's be honest, they're probably going to swing the bat at him, and I do think that he's going to get some swinging Ks, and he's going to get at least 5 tonight. So that being said, you can lock this in on Parlay Play right now. It is a 1.35x, which I don't love the payout on that, but what we're pairing it with gives us a decent payout. So Misiorowski paired with, who are we pairing him with? We're going to be pairing Misiorowski with Matthew Boyd fantasy score. So I like Matthew Boyd tonight over 29.5 fantasy score. Boyd is the Chicago Cubs pitcher pitching in San Francisco versus the Giants tonight, and 29.5 fantasy score you can get on Prizepicks. You can get that on Parlay Play as well. He's catched at 7 of his last 10, and he's catched at 68% on the season. He's averaging 33.5 fantasy points per game on the season. He's a decently high strikeout pitcher, not super high. Strikes almost 8 per 9 innings. He has a 2.62 ERA and a 1.04 whip. So he's been a good pitcher, pitching against a mediocre offense. So you can see right here, San Francisco batting versus a left-handed pitcher. They have the worst offense in every single category versus left-handed pitcher, and that's on the season and in their last 30 games. So Giants offense, horrendous versus left-handed pitchers. 178 batting average, 254 on-base percentage, and a 316 slug percentage. Doesn't get any worse than that, let's be honest. Head-to-head, he had 43 his last game versus San Francisco. That was back on May 5th. Like this play for Boyd a lot. His K line is sitting at 4.5 Ks. He had 7 his last game versus the same Giants offense. Averaging 5 Ks per game. If you look at Boyd, let's say he starts the 6th inning and gets 16. Let's say he just starts the 6th inning, gets 1 out, gets pulled. That gives you 16 fantasy points. If he gets 4 Ks, that gives you another 12 fantasy points. That's going to put you at 28. If he gets a win, he's going to get another 6. If he gets a quality start, he gets another 4. So if he goes 6 innings, you got so many ways to get fantasy points on this one at 29.5. He could get 6 or 7 Ks. He's getting some of these games, his ceiling's pretty high, and he's going against a team that strikes out a decent amount, 22% in their last 30, but strike out 25% on the season. So, yeah, they've calmed it down a little bit, and they're swinging. They're being a little bit more patient, but they're still striking out a decent amount. Liking the matchup a lot, man. Matthew Boyd doesn't get a better matchup than this one. I think he cashes pretty easy, and I'm going to lock him in. So, let's pull up Boyd real quick on Parlay Play. Lock this slip in. If you do, you have a 2.4x. We're going to put 250 on this play, and we're going to lock him in. If it'll lock in, I'm about to say. That being said, I do like De'Erica Hamby for WNBA tonight. So Hamby is one of those plays that you can buy her down to 14.5. It's going to be a 1.29x. You can run her with promos. You can do what you want. Run her with Waldrop. You have a 1.83x, but you can play it that way if you want. There's a lot of different things you can do. We can pull up Hurston Waldrop real quick. It's going to be the Braves pitcher for today. And we can look at his Ks on the season so far. So at 3.5 Ks, you're getting a little bit of a discount. He started 3 games this season. He's had 6, 7, and 7 in both those games so far. So he's striking out almost 9 batters per 9 innings, or getting almost 9 Ks per 9 innings, which is pretty dang good. He's 4-0 on the season, 0.73 ERA and a 0.77 whip. Pitching around 90 pitches his last 3 starts. So he's been pitching very, very well. I'll give it to him. That being said, this Miami offense doesn't strike out very much versus right-handed pitchers. 6 in the league, only 20% of the time. 4 is still pretty low. I'm probably going to take a chance on this one just to see what our man can do. You could run it with Kelsey Plum, points and assists if you want. I don't trust Kelsey Plum. I'm going to be honest with you, so I'm not touching it. But you can lock these in for 1.8x, which I'm going to do if you guys do want to tail this slip. So just throwing an extra slip there. Waldrop's not one of my free picks. It's just a boosted play. I get a little bit carried away with some of these boosts. I trust them a little bit more than I should have. But you're still getting a point. You're still getting a discount on this. So he's projected to go over 4.5. 4 is low. Going to lock it in. So you got 2 plays right here. Plus we have our underdog slip I gave you guys if you want to lock it in. We can look at some underdog plays for the challenge. I'm going to go ahead and lock in some of them. So I like De'Erica Hamby. I like Camby at 14.5. You guys already know that. And then we look at Agumike. I do like Agumike at like 14.5 as well. Let's see. For 0.69x, buying her down to 12.5 might be the move. That's only 1.5x. We'll see the difference in stats or payout. So 1.78x on this slip if we played it. Obviously, we'll go ahead and research Hamby real quick. You guys know I like Hamby. Hamby's been a dang wagon at 14.5. I don't trust her to get 18 points. I'm going to be honest. She's cashed this line, though, 9 of her last 10. She's cashed it 17 of her last 20. She's cashed it 26 of 35 on the season, which is a 74% hit rate. She's cashed it 6 of 6 games versus Phoenix. 2 games this season. She had 15 on the dot. Like, she's got, yeah, there's definitely potential here for her to cash. Like this play a lot at 14.5. In terms of consistency, there's not really been a player that's hit it more than she has. Looking at Agumike has cashed this line pretty well herself at 14.5. If you guys wanted to play it, she cashed it 8 of her last 10. She's cashed it 16 of 20. Cashed it 71% on the season, head-to-head versus Indiana. She's cashed it 5 of 6 games. Has 2 games this season, 16 and 16 points. So you can see Indiana gives up a lot of points. Agumike's taking around 15 shot attempts per game. She had 20 her last game. It's one of those, like, it's kind of do what you want to do with it, guys. You don't have to play the exact same slips. There's some options today, WNBA. I don't love them. So just those are my 2 favorite plays, WNBA. If you want to buy them down, you can play them together. You can pair them with a fantasy score pick and get over a double up. You can play them with MLB. You can do what you want. But you can lock these in if you want. I'm not sure how I'm going to pair these for MLB. Let's see if MLB has pitching outs yet. So there's no pitching outs on the board. I'm going to wait for pitching outs to drop before I do my underdog challenge picks. If you guys do want to get them, they will be in VIP posted, every single one of the slips. About the underdog challenge videos, I know I haven't been posting them the way I should. I've been a little inconsistent the last few days. Weekend was a little bit busier. Those videos take a lot. I'm telling you right now, man, posting 2 videos a day takes a lot of time. They're kind of hurting the first video. The free pick video wasn't doing as well. But we'll get back on those here shortly. Today I'm not going to unless I find some extra time here in just a little bit. I got a couple meetings I got to go to. But anyways, guys, if you have any questions or concerns, any improvements, whatever, leave them down in the comments. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.